What's up, Mecha fans, and welcome back to the channel. So today we've got another unboxing video, and this is a little bit of a different one because this is of something that I stopped collecting a while ago. I still occasionally buy them purely to get them signed, but today I actually have some that I bought purely because it's Gundam, and these things don't come around all too often. And those are the Gundam Wing Funko Pops. Now, obviously here I've got the Wing Zero, and then we've got a couple of other ones down here if I can pick them up. So we'll be taking a look at all three of these today. These are the only ones that do exist, aside from the RX-78-2 and the Zaku-2, which are like more 6-inch size versions. But these are standard size Gundam Wing Funko Pops, of course, celebrating that 30th anniversary of the series. But before I dive into those and take a look at them, please do leave a like on this video and subscribe if you are a fan of mecha anime content and want to see plenty more videos like this in the future. Also, head on down to the comments section below. If you picked up these Funko Pops, then let me know your thoughts on them. And if not, are you interested in any more Gundam Funko Pops in the future? What series would you like to see adapted into these little figurines? And also, would you prefer to see more mobile suits, or would you prefer to see characters from the series? Personally, I would like human characters. I feel like they work better for Funko Pops than these, actual mobile suits do. But each to their own. I'd be interested to know your thoughts on them. Alright, so without further ado, let's take a look at these things. So I think I'm going to show them off in the box first of all, then take them out of the box, and then show them out of the box. First off, though, we will start with, I guess, the kind of face of this series in terms of mobile suits, which is the Wing Gundam Zero. Now, you would think that the Wing Gundam was the face, but let's face it, pun not intended there. The Wing Zero is probably the more iconic one. It's the one that people think of when they think of, like, the main protagonist suit from Gundam Wing, and it's probably better looking. I think I prefer it just slightly more. I do like the standard wing, but I think I like the Wing Zero more. So, of course, that was the front that I just showed there, and this is the side. Now, one of the great things about this, and all three of these actually, is that they are Pop Plus, so they kind of just have a little bit more, like, shiny, like, metallic texture to them. The boxes themselves just look a bit more premium. They're actually no more expensive either, which is always pretty good. And I think that the actual Funko Pops themselves usually have just a little bit more to them, either in terms of like some more cool effects, or a different base or something along those lines. They're just a little bit more like premium. They just got a little bit more going on than just like a standard, pose or whatever it may be. But yeah, here is the Wing Gundam Zero. There is the top and the bottom, usual Funko stuff again, side, back, and you can see all three of the other ones that are on here as well. Yeah, I think that's everything. And then the front. So that is the Wing Gundam Zero. That is number 1933. And I'll take a look at 1934, which is the Gundam Epyon. I was going to say Zek's mobile suit. It's largely used by Zex, but it's actually used by Hero as well. So yeah, there's a lot of suits in Wing that aren't like just purely for one person. Like, for example, the Wing Gundam Zero is piloted by 3 people in that series. But yeah, the Epyon is piloted by a couple of people as well. But yeah, this is obviously a very, very cool looking mobile, so I'm excited to get these out because I know there's going to be a lot more like detail to look at with these. But here is the front. And again, we got the side, which gives you a better look at what the pop looks like. The back, which of course has all the same things on again. That side. Then we've got the top. And then the bottom. So there is the Epyon right there. And last but certainly not least, we will take a look at the deathscythe, which I think in terms of these 3 mobile suits is probably my personal favorite. It might be my least favorite Funko Pop because I just don't think the head translates overly well. And it's my problem with doing these like mobile suits as Funko Pops. They just don't translate well to the Funko Pop look. I think the normal characters would, like if they did like Heroes, X, Duo, those kind of characters, I think they translate a lot better than the mobile suits. But I get why they do the mobile suits. It's more iconic and it's probably a bit more appealing to people to purchase. So there we have the top, and again the bottom. So that was the Gundam deathscythe number 1935. I'm going to take all these out of the box. I'll be back with you guys in a second.
A few moments later.
Alright, so they're now out of the box so we can take a look at them in more detail. Now, I'm just holding like the Wing Zero in my hand now, and this seems to be way bigger than I usually expect Funko Pops to be. Like, I've owned many Funko Pops before. I used to collect them loads, but then I just basically sold my whole collection, bar the stuff that I got signed. And now, again, like I said at the start of this video, the only reason that I usually buy them now is to get them signed at conventions by voice actors or actors that are going to be there for those respective characters. But yeah, this just seems huge. This is a standard size pop. Now, maybe it's because it's on the base stand, but I don't really know. So not so great paintwork on some of these, but again, that's usually the case with Funko Pops. And it's probably the reason why I usually keep them in box. Here we have the Wing Gundam Zero. Now, as far as Funko Pops go and like the detail on this, it is pretty cool looking. Now, again, I don't overly love it. Again, I've kind of gone off Funko Pops, and I don't think that the mobile suits particularly translate well to this kind of really big-headed chibi design. It works for the SDs to a degree. I don't think it quite works for Funko Pops. Nonetheless, though, there's a lot of cool detail here. I think they've done the best job they could at like kind of capturing this mobile suit. Of course, you got like the shield, you got like the twin like buster rifle, whatever it's called, like the beam rifle. Obviously, here it's together rather than being separated. You got the beam saber. I really like the kind of effect stuff that they've got on the beam saber, like the kind of texture slash, I don't know, just like the way that it comes out. It's not like a straight beam. Again, it's got like some cool texture to it. It's got like some roughness to it. Things that move up and down. It's not like perfectly smooth or straight. I like that. I think it is, just adds a lot of extra. I don't know, something to the design. I just think it looks quite cool. But yeah, I think like color scheme and that they really nail it down. I think it does look pretty good. And I like that it comes on the base stand as well. You can sit it down and it's going to sit there nicely. Sometimes Funko Pops, like, they're not quite level in terms of the feet. Production quality Funko Pops is not always the best. They aren't overly expensive. So, I can kind of forgive it. Obviously, if it was, like £30 a Funko Pop, that'd be a little bit different. But they tend to be like just over £10. So it's a little bit more forgivable when there's kind of issues in paint and things like that. You can kind of get over it and you understand that, yeah, like, it's not the most expensive thing ever. So again, the issue, I guess, that I've just had with Funko Pops. Anyway, next up, we'll take a look at the Epyon. Now, I think this might actually be my favorite, just because I think that the head doesn't seem too big compared to the body. Now, of course, it is significantly bigger than the body, but the proportion seems just about right. I think that the head, like, again, is big, but it nicely fits with everything else because the shoulders are a bit more bulky. There's, it's got a bit more going on. So I just feel like it all fits nicely together. And again, like, out of all these three, I think this is my favorite looking one. Now, it's not necessarily my favorite mobile suit in the show. Again, it's a fantastic mobile suit, as are most of the designs in Wing, but there's some others that I like more. But in terms of the Funko Pop, I think this is comfortably the best looking one, just because it doesn't feel quite as off as some of the others. But again, you've got like the beam sword here, which I think looks really cool. You got this like kind of tail whip that comes around. The color scheme on this looks great. This actual like this Funko Pop that I bought came out really well. There's not really any major like notable blemishes or anything in paint. So again, I think this one is comfortably the best. It is a pretty cool looking Funko Pop. Now, am I going to keep these? I'm not 100% sure. However, if I was to keep any of them, this would probably be the one that I would keep, because again, I think it does look really cool. And again, I just like it a little bit more than these other two. Next up, I was going to say last up, we've got the deathscythe. Now, there's things I like about this one, there's things I don't, but I'll show you guys. So here we have it, and I still don't like the head. It's way too big, or it just looks way too big compared to the body. It looks a bit goofy as well. I just think that the Deathscythe does not translate very well to this Funko Pop. Now, again, I love the Deathscythe design. It's probably my favorite. And Duo is like probably my favorite character in the series. But I just don't think it translates very well to a Funko Pop. I do like the actual scythe thing itself. I think that looks really cool. All the detail on that, it looks, they nailed it down. But again, it's just something that doesn't translate very well to Funko Pop form. So it was almost like doomed from the start. They did the best that they could, but ultimately it was something that was never going to work out. There we have it there. That was my unboxing of the Gundam Wing Funko Pops slash mini review type of thing of these Funko Pops as well. Before I get out there, please do leave a like on this video and subscribe if you are a fan of mecha anime content and want to see plenty more videos like this in the future. And like I said earlier, head on down to the comment section below. If you've picked up any of these Funko Pops, then let me know which ones. Did you pick up all of them? Did you pick up just one or two of them? Let me know which is your favorite of them. And again, like I said at the start of the video as well, what would you prefer they do in the future? Mobile suit Funko Pops or Gundam human character Funko Pops? Again, all day I would take the human characters, but I want to hear you guys' thoughts as well. Thank you once again for tuning into Mecha Chat today. I'll see you guys next time.